Man, this is growing up so much. You can't believe all this. This used to be nothing like 7 years ago? None of this was here, man. None of it. It's like, look at all this stuff going up. And a lot of them are burger joint. There's another new one, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Man, there's like burger joints all over the place now. I suppose they figure, hey man, if I can charge $8 for a hamburger, it's like, yeah, sorry. I can't bring myself to pay $8 for a hamburger that's not as good as a hamburger I could make at home. I've gone to some of these new burger joints in the area too, and I'll tell you what, I'd rather go to McDonald's than eat one of their hamburgers again. Because some of these places, they charge a lot and their burgers aren't that great. And I'm kind of, when it comes to myself, I'm really cheap. But when it comes to someone else, I will spend. And I've always been that way. Even when I was, like a high school dude and whatever, I'd have money and I wouldn't really spend it on myself. But, if I had a girlfriend that wanted something that was kind of expensive, I'd buy it. But I wouldn't buy stuff for myself because I just, I'm not into that. I'm not into flashy stuff, I'm in, when I did sales all the time and I had to wear suit and tie all the time, I had to have nice clothes. But when I stopped doing sales, I don't have any need to be dressed up fancy. And every once in a while, if we go out someplace fancy or something, then maybe I'll, dress up a little bit. But man, this is Tennessee. We're pretty laid back. I know some of y'all from wherever you're from, you don't think you can even go to shop, go to the Walmart unless you're wearing a suit and tie or something. It's crazy. But with me, I'm a pretty much jeans and t-shirt type of guy. A leather jacket if it's cold enough, or if I'm going on a long road or long ride, and I want to make sure I'm protected just in case the very unlikely event ever happens and I have my first wreck. I'd rather be wearing a cow's skin than my own. But yep, all of this stuff that you're seeing, I don't know how much you can pick up on camera, but the banks, the businesses, the gas stations, the burger the burger joints, and the tire thing, and the fancier restaurants, and there's some apartments over in there that look like hotel rooms, but I guess they're actually an apartment complex. They're weird. But this whole area, this is all new. Even the Welcome Center, that's all new. That's, well, new to me. It's like maybe, seven years? Tennessee Wingman, he'd probably remember when that was. Wasn't that about 7 or 8 years ago? Like something like that. All this went up. I mean, even the avenue, the little strip mall of the avenue that I showed you guys when I said it was like a ghost town. You remember how little traffic there was, and that's what it used to be like in a normal day? Now look at it. But that was all, this was just a dirt, or, just an old backcountry road. And then when they started widening it, a lot of us were wondering what is going on, what are they going to do? And there was rumors that they were going to build another new hospital out here and whatever. And it's like, well, they just built one back there. Why are they going to build another one right here? And, it's going to be doctor's offices or something. And it was just all a bunch of, scuttlebutt. I think in the Philippines they call it chismis or something like that. In other words, just gossip. And then they started building the strip mall, and everybody's like, oh man, well, then we found out the guy that built it, at least he's from America, he's from Texas, but he doesn't live up here. He doesn't have to deal with this traffic flow. Probably lives in some huge ranch somewhere in Texas and built this thing, and next thing you know, our taxes are going up because somebody's got to help pay for the infrastructure, the road and whatever. And guess who does that? Well, taxpayers. We pay for that crap. And so they started doing it, and then turns out to be when they started opening up the stores in the Avenue, I've only kind of glanced in there a couple times, and it's not my thing, you know, but from what I've heard from a lot of other people from the area, that it's so expensive, most folks here can't even afford it, you know, they can't even afford to shop there. So they're paying more in their taxes to pay for all the roads and everything, but they can't even afford to shop there. So it's kind of like being forced to pay for something you can't do. It's like buying a ticket to a concert and then you can't even go in to hear the concert. You know, it's kind of messed up. But that Toyota dealership, all this was like nothing out here. This was just empty, you know. You could ride dirt bikes and do rabbit hunting out here. Not no more. It'll be interesting to see how this video turns out. And speaking of restaurants, I am kind of hungry. Haven't eaten since I had breakfast. I had a pretty good breakfast though. I don't know if y'all have ever done this or not, but what I like to do, I like to take some whole grain bread, like, you know, like a 12 grain or whole oat or wheat or, you know, something, a good hearty hefty bread, and then I put peanut butter on one side, jelly on the other, and in the case like I did this morning, had some fresh cranberries and put fresh whole cranberries in between that. And because we have a bunch of ducks and chickens and I like duck eggs better, I scrambled up some duck eggs and put a little milk in there and a little bit of Tabasco sauce, because, you know, I do like a little bit of hot and spicy in my food. So I put some Tabasco sauce in with the eggs and the milk and whisked it or mixed it up real good. And then I dipped that sandwich like thing into the egg and then fry it in butter on the skillet. And then the egg that's left over, then I, you know, cook that like a scrambled egg. So I have a peanut butter and jelly with cranberry in the middle, you know, real whole cranberry, none of that canned jelly garbage, but real cranberries, whole cranberries. And I put that in the middle, dipped it in the egg, and then had scrambled eggs with that. And man, I tell you what, that's a breakfast that'll last you all day. So right now it's probably, I don't know, like 5:30 at night or something, and it's December and it's cool out. But I ate that this morning for breakfast, and I'm just now kind of getting hungry. So I'm seeing all those restaurants, and it's like, man, if I had somebody with me, I'd stop at a nicer place and eat, maybe go to some Mexican restaurant. But otherwise, I don't know, maybe I'll just go to McDonald's or something and then just head home. I rambled on, but I appreciate y'all, Motor Warriors. I really do. And thanks for watching. And I know I've said this before, and I'll always say this: live your life with the heart of a Viking warrior. Don't let anyone else, including yourself, hold you back from your dreams. Bye for now.